Hey guys, Gon here. So today we have new PvE content. We have Hall of Warriors. It's pretty cool, but it is very wary. In order to use it, you have to have a unit True Awaken, so you have to be able to put together quite a bit of teams to be able to participate in the content. The rewards aren't the best. I think overall you can get 12 diamonds, but diamonds are diamonds, of course, and then you get some wild cosmetics. But it is cool that they have added some late game content because we've been kind of stale. Like some of the other stuff hasn't been that great. Um, so what I'm gonna do is just show you what I mean. So you can see the first rule says the units must be true awakened and they must be demon. This will change for everybody. It could be giants, it could be humans, it could be fairies. So you don't want to really use your good teams first, because if you use your good teams first, you're not going to have them for the later and harder sieges. So at first, you kind of just want to use more like units that aren't as great. Not that they're bad, but you want to use weaker units. As long as the team has some sort of synergy. You can see like my demons are just all demons, so they have synergy. I do have good gear for them. There's no special gear really needed. I have like HP defense here. I have HP defense here. Most of the gear in my box is all HP defense. You could use a dish if you want. They're mainly like just very tinky units. Make sure your units have some synergy, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's pretty fairly easy content. Just the units are tinky to deal with. So from the get-go, we're gonna save our Demon King card. We want to wait for him to rank himself up to be more powerful. We do have an AoE spike on our Gallon, so we can use him. None of them really have buffs, but I will still use... Actually, we'll do double AoE, because I do have an AoE here for the... I have two AoEs for Demon King. And then we will do a Amplify attack on the guy who's going to... Actually, we'll do type advantage, the red one. So you can see, like, there's a lot of damage. I mean, they're not really taking much damage. That's 300k, and they're still almost full HP. Like I said, though, the good news is they really don't hit too hard. But I am saving up my really powerful cards, my Demon King cards, for that fight. So we're going to do double... Let's do double AoE. And then we will do a whack at this blue guy. We got quite a lot of buffs on our Meliodas. You can see, even though he has all these buffs, he's still not really... We're not really doing too much damage. We'll start doing a lot more once the Demon King starts popping off. And we get some ults built up too. So we have the Melee ult coming up as well. Now, if I really wanted to cheese this a little bit, I could use the Demon King ult right here. Like, I can build up his ult, but it's really not that important. I'm going to leave that one because he's coerced right now. You can see even Demon King ranked up, like, look, watch his damage. Like, they're just... Honestly, the hardest part about it is the fact that they're just really, really, really beefy. Even if I used my ults, I'm not really going to kill them that fast. But I am able to be here for quite some time. It is no issues at all. I do like this team because since they're going to be attacking, the Meliodas is getting quite a bit of stacks and they're getting this damage reduction. Now I have two ults built up. I want to save the Gallon card because I want to use these cards to try to kill some of these units faster. This maybe will kill this red one right here. There you go. So finally killed one after so much damage. Again, not that hard of a deal. I do have the melee ult coming, and I have the Demon King ult coming, so that should be really nice as well. To maximize the damage, I will use the Demon King AoE first to lower the crit defense and crit resistance, and then I'll use the double ult. And this hopefully will be enough to take us out of here. and go on to the next round. I always love this little, really cool. And we are off. So yeah, that really simple right now. Even the later stages aren't too bad. But you will notice now that I use those units, I'm no longer allowed to use them. So now I have to wait to see what team I should use now. So now we're on the next part. And again, it eats up your coins. This time it says I have to use a True Awakening Giant. So let's see what we got. This one's going to be a little bit harder because Giants, I mean, outside of Scold, who's a Giant, Giants really aren't too great. I don't want to use up my broken Giants yet because I may end up needing them later. So I'll probably use Diane King because there's plenty of fairies that I can use for later. We'll do I gotta save her. Believe Blue Droll is pretty cool for Giants. We have Matrona. Wait, is it even possible to make a Giant team? I could if I added Skull. Oh no, I have Scotty. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. Actually, I think this one works everywhere. Okay, so we'll put the Matrona, the green Matrona here. I mean, they both work everywhere. Alright, we'll do blue Matrona here, right? Because this is not PvP, so we're good. And then we'll do Scotty here. Okay, we're good now. Alright, and now we're going to do our links. Notice, by the way, the links are gone too. So you got to be careful with who you use. I can't use any of these links anymore. So you don't want to do like a really broken link and get stuck not having a good link for the future. So I'll just do, I mean, again, it doesn't really matter too much. I may need Glocks for the future, so I'm not going to use the LR Glocks. I'll use the regular red Glocks. Scotty, I'm definitely not going to use some of these units. So I'm just going to attach like their recommended link. So at least I get a little bit of stats. And then we'll do another Diane. No, I'll do something that's not really used. We'll do Blue Millum. That won't matter too much. Let's see, what else do we got? So gear wise, I want to try to get through this as fast as possible. So I'm going to switch the Diana King to attack damage with crit gear. Now I'm doing crit defense, it really doesn't matter. I'm just clicking on the first thing I see. So I don't want you to think, oh no, he's using crit defense is better. Even though that set's fine, this is his 15% set. This is her, should be her 15. Oh, I do. Wait, I don't like this. Holy. I don't like that exchange. Alright, much better. And Matrona, I think this is her. I don't like how they changed this. It's fine. I'll just keep the set. I don't think so I messed up. I don't have the new Giant set. So I don't think I'll use that. But I do think that if I use this set, it will work because I have a fairy ally, and then we'll use that. So let me show you what this looks like again. It should go pretty fast. Diane King is a broken unit, so she should be able to carry me through the hardest part because the other two units aren't really going to do much damage at all. So you can see the active effect says deals damage from rank 1 skills by decrease damage by rank 1 skills by 100%, and increases damage dealt to enemies with lower attack than the hero by 50%. So I really don't have to worry about that. I do have AoEs. I'm going to save the Diane King cards to see if I can build up higher level cards. because I want to try to be able to just nuke this. Alright, we are ready to nuke now. And again, you can really see they're not doing too much damage. And again, I am following the rules. I don't know what would happen if I would have tried to give them a different unit. So we're going to do this. We're going to taunt again. We're going to use the double Diane King AoE. And so let's see how much damage we got going here. You see, even like with 8 million damage right there, it doesn't kill them all because they're very tanky. And you can see the level 1 did a lot less damage there. Instead of 8 million damage like it did with that one, it did 2 million damage. So the buffs could be annoying, but as long as you follow the rules, you really shouldn't have any problems. And skadoosh. Done. And we got our first reward. We got some gems. Our next rule is humans. Humans are probably the easiest one to do because there are literally just so many different ones that we can use. Let's see. So I'll probably do something like Brunhild, Arthur, my boy Pelagard. Who's a, you know, I'll do this old Bond. This Ragnarok Bond. And we'll give our Brunhild, we'll give her one of the Roxys. Give her a red Roxy. Doesn't matter who I give my boy Ludo. We'll give them the Merlin. We'll give our boy Pelagard one of these Arthurs. And we'll give Bond, not the LR King, one of these older kings that really don't matter too much. The card set I'll use. Let's see. I don't have any gods. Where's my... What do I want to use? I mean, we're not in PvP, so we'll just do this basic stat one by 5%. I think everyone has the right gear. We'll give her some crit pieces. We want her to hit harder. I mean, his gear doesn't matter. He's never coming out. Oh, we got a merge. That's really good for next turn because that means that our Arthur is going to pop off more. So we're just going to do the all of our AoEs. We got 2 weak points from Pelagard, and then we got the Brunhild AoE. And like you can see, that's a lot of damage too, and they're just taking no. Like 2.2 mil, and they're still almost. They're all above half HP. Now, luckily, we did get the Pelagard proc, so he is going to make us go here faster. And then we have the Arthur, who's ready to hopefully go right now with his. There you go. AoE, AoE. And whatever's left, hopefully we finish. I don't think I'm going to finish. I wish I had another AoE. We're close, though. And it's really not that big of a deal. And you can see the rules were here, too. Like, that was damage decreased by rank 1 skills. I still had this lower attack one. And then we got increases all heroes attack by 10% when attacked. Oh, I still don't have AoEs. It's okay though, we got our boy Arthur. He will finish this off for us. I still love this Arthur. I'm sad they have not made a relic for him yet. Oh, and now we have his ult. Get that nice Arthur ult in there. GG. Alright, so now you can see that the team is fairy. So I'm going to use King with a lane and Alpha with Hellbrum in the back line. I'm using the fairy card set. You do want to make sure that you have quite a bit of damage, because otherwise if you have this one damage dealer, you're not going to be able to clear it out. So let's see what rule we have now. It now says our rule is... any day now. It says at the end of the turn applies an attack debuff for 2 turns on enemies who have not used skills. So basically you want to make sure that you use a lot of your skills, otherwise your units are going to get attack sealed. So we're going to do the level 2 King Shield, we're going to do the... I'll do the Elaine single target, and then I'll use the single target of our Alpha. That way no one gets attack sealed and we can just slowly build up all of our cards. King does a lot of AoE damage, so you don't really have to worry. I guess in hindsight I probably could have given the Alpha some attack gear to make her hit even harder, but it's really not the end of the world. I do have 2 King cards here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge them. And then I'll use the Alpha again. We're almost done killing the blue one here. The King ult is going to hit very hard, by the way, because King... I believe he gets more stats from buffs he removes debuffs from allies, and he removes, so they'll all have a debuff on them, and the Elaine is going to have... Okay, so we're going to do our buff here. We're going to do... Actually, I want to make sure I attack with Alpha, so I'm going to do the King attack here. That's going to give him more damage on a shield. I'm going to use that ult, and then I'm going to use the Alpha single target on this guy. Now do remember, like, they are going to take do more damage. Yeah. Thank you, King. They are going to do more damage as you attack them. That's one of the abilities. Increases by 10%. So you want to make sure if you do attack them that you're ready for that to happen. Luckily, we have this big shield on us from our King, and we're just ready to just move on to our next stage. And we still saved most of our really, really good fairies for later. So we'll use this one. We'll use our level 1. That gives us our shield buff, and then we'll do more damage. I guess I actually should have used the level 1 first to buff up the Alpha. I didn't think of that. It's been a while since I used this King. This, maybe I want to finish everything. Okay, we just got one left. This dude's going to attack twice, but he's not going to be able to do anything to us. Our shield is pretty massive. And our Alpha should be able to just finish this guy off. Mommy. Alright, let's head into our next one. Alright, so we made it to the end, and this is Sigurd here. He's going to be our hardest one, and it shows you all of the different debuffs that are going to be here. And our reward is this cool wild cosmetic. Let's see, it says we want to use humans. Since he is our final boss, we are going to use more stronger characters, because obviously he's going to be a little bit more scary. So we're going to do our Bond, we'll do Lancelot, we'll do Jinwoo, and then we can do... we'll do Sigurd. Oh, I can't use Sigurd. I see. Oh, because I'm playing against them. Okay, 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 okay. I got it. Human backlines. Who can I use? I could use Nasons. I don't know if these units would work. I'll use Jenna, right? Yeah, we'll use Jenna. We'll give good links. We'll give Roxy here. We'll give... Actually, you know what? We'll do Roxy here. We'll do Tarmail here. And we'll use Sabnak on this bond. And it does not really matter who I use here. We'll use this Lost Bane Melly. Alright, card set, what we'll do is we have Lancelot, so we can use this Knight of the Apocalypse set. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. And for gear, let us give that. Lancelot some attack damage gear. With some crit. I mean, these don't really matter, so the rolls don't matter. We're gonna do that. And we'll do the same thing for Sunjin Woo. Give him a crit, so he hits harder. And yeah, let's go. We have to deal with Prince Sigurd. Alright, anything cool we have to worry about? So we have all ignite effects are removed from all allies when an ally uses an ultimate move, okay? And applies buff disable and recovery disable on all allies at the start of the battle. So, okay, so I guess I didn't need the... I guess no Sigurd will work still. Okay. He will apply ignite at the start of the turn, and the attack increase when taking damage from a skill during the enemy's turn. The hero's attack increases by 10%. Does not look like it has a limit. But it doesn't look like any of those other ones I really have to worry about. So we're just going to start. It's like going to town. And so far, it doesn't look too bad. Like, he's going to get this nice attack increase. He's not going to heal. Jin Woo is hurting pretty badly. Next turn, we got this Lancelot that's going to use his AoE and do massive damage. Let's see how much damage his Sigurd does here. Okay, I was a little bit scared for a second, but he didn't really do much damage to the team. I'm not... Ooh, okay. He did hurt the Sigurd, the Lancelot now, though. And he has ult. Okay. So, we're going to do... single target, AoE, and AoE. I mean, even if this kills the Lancelot with here, which it looks like it might, I'm not really too worried because I have... Oh, it's going to kill the Bond. 07 Bond, 07. Heal up a lot? Not really. It's okay. We have our boy Sunjin Woo, right? Okay. We are so leveling. We are still fine. A little scary there for a second. Dead? Okay, dead. No revive. So as you can see, it really wasn't that bad. The last fight was definitely the hardest because I almost wiped because I lost the Lancelot and I lost my Bond. But we were able to like beat him really easily. He had no special gimmicks at all to his kit at all. And it shows you the different stages. And it shows you our reward. We got gem, 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 gem. And now we go to the next one. Now, unfortunately, I only have 2 of these coins, so I can't really do too many. I'll do more, but you can see now that I am on a different stage now, my units have reset, and I can use them again. So this time, it wants a goddess. So we're going to go over to goddess. We're going to save, obviously, our really broken one, like with Melly Ellie. But we could probably use old Mael. We can probably use old Zariel. Do we want to use Ludo? Could use one of these other Ludos, but I don't think so. We'll use this Liz, or we can use this Liz. And I don't really think there is a good backline unit I can use regularly. I can use a Lat, because it won't let me use the Tristan Wood. Alright, we'll use... I mean, we have many Alats. I'll use this a lot only because it's an early stage and I don't want to waste a lot. I could also use that Liz, but she might be... I mean, she's not going to be that useful later, let's be honest. Same thing. We'll just do Merlin here. Liz will do Derriere. And the Alat will use Blue Demon Melly. Gear, we're going to make sure that the Mael has the crit gear. So he does some big damages. I'll just borrow this piece. That's fine. I have an attack set for you. We'll use attack set. And then Alat's fine. The luckily thing for goddesses, they've used, they have really good card sets. One of the best card sets that ever came out with is the goddess card set. So we're just going to use this old goddess card set. Where is it? There it is. And that should be fine. Between them, the Mael does a lot of damage, and I remember this Liz doing a lot of damage. So we should be pretty A-okay here. I believe she has to build up her stacks though, right? It says... I haven't used this unit for so long. It says each time one of the applicable allies uses a skill, increases her basic stats by 4%, stacking up 6 times at max stacks. Okay, so yeah, she has to, you have to build her up a little bit, so you want to use her like next turn. And it increases hero's damage by 10% and decreases damage taken by 5% for each applicable ally goddesses. Okay, so we're just going to use a lot of our... let's use our AoEs. And I don't like you because you look like you're going to buff, so Mael's just going to chop at you. Luckily, we know Mael hits like a truck. Mael is one of my other favorite units, if you remember. Mael was the unit I won one of my first World Tournament with. So I do have a place for Mael. It says when the hero is hit 3 times during enemy turn, the hero gains all stats. Okay, so I probably should have been aware of that because they all have all stats now. Alright, so we're going to do, she's ready to go. That, and we'll do a taunt. Oh, now, I'm sorry, now the Melly Ellie is ready to go. But it's fine because I also have the Mael ult right here, and I have the Melly Ellie AoE right here. Alright. Mael ult usually is a wipe for everything just because of how much damage it actually does. So let's see how it works. Oh yeah, 11 million damage. This ult still hurts. Next time it's on. Now it's unknown. Well, now we know we have a million unknown units that we can choose from. Obviously, I want to save the more broken ones. Like our Thor. We do have Gelda we can use too. I'm thinking Milim, Beru, um, Zahard. Like, there's so many different options I can choose. I could use Albedo. And we'll use Nanashi in the backline. He's a good backline unit for other unknown teams, but Camille is probably better. We'll give you attack damage. Beru, you can get the go through that's right here. Zahard, you can get this Merlin. And you can get a Gloxinia in case we need fairies. Let us do crit damage for the Milim. Well, I think I just stole some. I stole Milim's piece somewhere else. Yeah. Beru, you're good. Zahard's good. Alright, we have plenty of damages. We just gotta change our card set. We're gonna use just the one that gives each. Where is it? It is. We'll use card set 53. It gives me basic stats. Milim, as you know, everybody knows about Milim because Milim is just insanity. Milim should be able to carry us. Zahard also was pretty insane, but he was just not that good because his buff is stripped. So what is our rule now? It says increases damage dealt by 100% when a hero uses a skill on the enemy with an empty move gauge. So luckily Beru's going to taunt, so I don't have to worry about that. So we're just going to use the Beru attack. We'll use the Beru attack on this guy too. And then we gotta use our Milim, because Milim is finally built up. Luckily, I still have Milim cards. Zahard is now getting ready to pop off. You can see he has the power in Shinshu, and he has more stuff. He's going to be really big. I believe it's his third turn that makes him really big. Yeah, so when it's removed, he gets a King's Decision, and then he gets really massive from that. So, again, we're going to use, we'll use Milim on, this guy. We'll use Beru on the red guy, and we'll use Milim again to do her massive AoE damage. It's weird to see Milim do so much damage and not her one-shotting everybody, because literally Milim is like the queen of one-shotting. Milu has been a terror for quite some time. Yay, Zahar can do something now. Alright, this is where Zahar does some cool stuff. We'll do double Zahar AoE, and then we'll do a Zahar single target on this guy. Where's my AoEs? Alright, so my attackers are going to be this guy. We're going to do, we'll do double Milim on him to make sure he dies. And then we will do Zahard on this guy. Is that gonna kill? I'm a little worried now. I mean, am I really that worried? Not really, because I have the Millimult next turn. Up, and the Zahar just finished it off. Zahar is one of those units that didn't really ever get the shine, because with Zahar, if I remember correctly, I mean, the thing that killed him was the fact that his buff is blue, and when he was good, or when he came out, there was buff strip. All you had to do was run Estarossa, and he killed up Zahar. So Zahar never really got the shine. There was a cool Guild Wars where Zahar was this absolute monster, but that ended pretty fast. But yeah, he never really got the shine. And I can't do any more. So guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Peace out.